Till now what we have written two components, and this is, you can see in the browser. What are those two components? Are greet.js, which says hello money, and you can see this is in the browser, and one is welcome.js, which says how are you in the browser. Now what I will do is create a React component using JSX and without using JSX. That way you not only understand how JSX translates to regular JavaScript, but also appreciate how it brings out simplicity in our code. Now I am going to start by creating a new file in our components folder. The file name should be hello.js, and I am going to start editing it by first importing React. Import React from React. Then I am going to create a function const hello is equal to empty parenthesis, then curly braces, and inside curly braces I am going to return a HTML which is JSX. So div tag, inside that we have h1 tag which says hello money, and I am going to save it and simply exporting it. Export default hello. Now this is no way connected to our application, so what I will do, I'll go in the app.js file and simply comment out greet and welcome component and import our hello component from ./components/hello and simply render it over here, hello closing tag. Once I'll save this and go to browser, we can see hello money. So this is the JSX version of hello component. Now let's rewrite the component without using JSX. To help us do that, React library provides a createElement method. So within the function, the code now changes to return React.createElement, and this method at minimum accepts three parameters. The first parameter is a string which specifies the HTML tag to be rendered. For our example, we need a div tag to be rendered. So React.createElement with the first parameter, a string called div. The second parameter, we get to pass any optional properties. For the example we have right now, we don't need any additional properties, so we can simply pass in a value of null. And the third parameter is the children for the HTML tag, that is children for the div tag. Again, for our example, we simply have the text hello money. We will pass as the third parameter. If we now look at the browser after saving the file, we will see hello money, but this is not what we want. This is slightly different what we had before. The h1 tag is missing, so let's include that h1 tag and a closing h1 tag. So over here h1 and closing h1 tag. Once I'll save this and get back to browser, I can see h1 tag is rendered as a node, and if I'll inspect it, so I will be able to see the div tag and the h1 tag is not a DOM node. Now let's fix this. If we go back to VS Code, and that the createElement method can accept any number of elements as children, so let's split the h1 tag and the text into two elements. So as the third parameter, I am going to pass h1 tag, and the fourth parameter over here I am going to pass text hello money. And once I'll save this and go back to browser, we have h1 and hello money, but it is still not what we are expecting it to be. If I inspect the element, now we still have the div element, but it contains two text node, h1 text node and hello money text node. To render h1 as an h1 element and not as a text node, what we have to do is call the create element method for the second time. So if I go back to VS Code, the third parameter is now going to be React.createElement, and the first parameter is the h1 tag. Second, we don't want to pass any additional properties, so its value gonna be null. And the third, we want our finally text, so hello money. And if I'll save this and go back to browser, we get what we are looking for. Div tag, inside that we have h1 tag and the text hello money.